Hey everybody, welcome to my audition tape for RuPaul's Drag Race Season 8. My name is Christopher Zello, aka Kristie Champagne. I am 32 years old. I live in the wonderful city of Seattle, Washington. I work here, I perform here 3 days a week at Julia's on Broadway, which is actually where we are sitting right now. I've been performing for probably about 5 years. Kristie Champagne started one night when somebody in the show was sick and I had to fill in, and the bug bit me, and I've been doing drag ever since, absolutely loving it. I've been entertaining since I was a little kid. I am originally from Virginia Beach, Virginia. That's where I grew up, born and raised, so a good old southern boy, if you will. I moved to Vegas, I moved to California, and then I ended up here in Seattle, Washington. When I was coming up with my drag name, I worked at the Mirage for the Beatles show Love, and on the headsets that we would have during the show, they would talk to each other and all of our friends that I worked with, and there was about 4 other Chris's that worked there. So we had to come up with nicknames to distinguish who you were talking to. And somehow they started calling me Kristie. So when I started doing drag, I wanted a name that really represented who I was, not only in drag but out of drag. And I feel like I'm really bubbly. I got a lot of personality. If you have too much of me, you might get a little drunk. So I thought, you know, champagne, why not? It's classy, it's fun, and so Kristie Champagne, and there it is. Question: the biggest thing that I've done in drag to date is probably where I'm at right now. I picked up and moved to Seattle from California to come here and host the show. After Jinx Monsoon won Drag Race, she started traveling and they needed to fill the spot. I was asked by the director, who's a friend of mine, to move here. So I'd say probably the biggest thing I've done in drag so far is packed up my stuff and moved to the lovely city of Seattle to start hosting an evening at LaFaux. Yeah, I have a lot of characters that I play. Right now on the show, besides hosting, I do a celebrity impersonation of Adele. I also do a celebrity impersonation of When You're Good to Mama from Chicago. I do all kinds of characters. I kind of call them a de-impersonation, if you will. It's kind of taking a classic character and putting my own little spin on it. I would definitely call myself competitive. I feel like when I started doing drag, I moved to California right after I started doing drag, and the best way to get into the scene at that time was to do competitions. And I feel like you learn a lot about yourself when you're competing with other people, but I definitely can be a little ruthless. You know, I'm a good old country boy, and you know, don't back me into a corner, because you know, you might get the bark and the bite all at the same time. But no, I love competing. I think it brings out the best in people, and it could also bring out the worst in people. When I started doing Adele, it was kind of a thing where I had been performing just as Kristie for a while, and people would be like, oh, you look like Adele, you look like Adele, and I just fought it and fought it and fought it. You know, I never thought that celebrity impersonation was something that I would be good at, and finally I just started doing it. And it wasn't until I moved here to Seattle and started working at LaFaux that I really got a chance to grow Adele as an impersonation for myself. And the director really helped me a lot, you know, point you in the right direction with, you know, making sure your costume is accurate to the character, making sure your wig is accurate. You have to study the movements, you have to study the music, all kinds of stuff. So there's a lot of stuff that went into, she's not a dancer and she doesn't have all these crazy props and all these kind of other things that these girls like Katy Perry and, you know, all these other girls have. So it's kind of fun to get to play somebody who really relies on the character. So it's been fun. It's been fun being Adele. I've been sewing for about 2 years now. I've been learning from the mentor that I have here, which is also the director of my show, and he's been really teaching me a whole lot. So I've been trying to make a lot of my own things for about 2 years. I love seeing where a costume goes from scratch to the end, you know, like to see it as fabric, and then next thing you know, it's cut and you sew it and you rhinestone it and it's all these things. But it's lots of fun. It's a lot of work, but that's one of my favorite parts. I really love the creative process. That's a really good question. What makes me America's Next Drag Superstar? You know, I feel like I have a little bit of everything. I have acting abilities, I can sing. I mean, I'm no Celine Dion, but I can sing. I feel like I'm approachable. I think that's a really important thing in America's Next Drag Superstar, to represent RuPaul's Drag Race. You need to be approachable. Fans gotta want to talk to you.
Walmart looking exactly like this, because my secret wish in the whole entire world is to be on peopleofwalmart.com. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about, that website where they have all the crazy pictures of the people at Walmart.
Fans are going to want to come to the shows and see you, and I feel like that's really important. So definitely think that that's one of the reasons why I'm America's Next Drag Superstar. Well, I grew up in Virginia Beach, Virginia. My dad was in the Navy, and so, you know, that right there kind of explains a little bit of maybe where my life went. Luckily, I didn't have to move around too much, but, you know, growing up was good and tough all at the same time. I went to good public schools and had a lot of friends, but there was that cap where you start becoming a teenager and you start realizing that, you know, you're a little different, and, you know, there's something different about yourself that you haven't quite explored yet. And, you know, coming out was probably a really difficult thing. I did that when I was 21 and moved away actually right afterwards. My parents basically said to me, you know, you need to go and live your life, and you don't really fit into the world we live in, so you need to go and be an adult. And that's when I moved to Las Vegas, and I don't talk to my family a whole lot. We don't talk about Christy, we don't talk about me being gay, we don't talk about my life here in Seattle. It's just kind of something that, you know, gets swept under the rug, if you will, and it can be tough. It wasn't until I came out that things in my life and my family changed. So when you don't get to talk to your parents, and especially growing up, I had a really close relationship with my mother and my father, and when I came out, my relationship with my father kind of became non-existent, and still to this day is pretty non-existent. And it's tough, but, you know, you make it through. And luckily, like Ruth said, we're lucky that we get to choose the people we surround ourselves with, and now I get to choose my family, and I wouldn't change that for the world. Right, so this is where all the magic happens. The point of no return. Come on in, guys. So here it is. Here is my station. This is where Kristie Champagne comes to life. So,
You better work.
I'd have have to say, I have a couple. My favorite picture of mine is actually one of the photos that Kristie did for the wall here, for my wall of fame. And if you want to follow me, I'll take you to Kristie's favorite place in the whole store. Walk with me. And so here we are. Oh, look. And there she is.
Oh no! Oh, I feel so exposed. Oh God, good thing I have my lipstick on. There she is, the best place Kristie Champagne could be. Right above the crapper. Just think of that. When you're taking a poop at Atomic Cosmetics, there's Kristie Champagne and all these other lovely beauties. Look at how beautiful they look in their Atomic Cosmetics. Yes. Hi y'all, my name is Delana, but everybody calls me Honey Boo Boo. I love doing pageants. I'm 10 years old. I'm a redneck, and I love picking my boogers. So much fun. Oh, I'm thirsty. I'm gonna drink my go-go juice.
What's in your go-go juice, Alana?
There is Mountain Dew, Red Bull, about 10 pixie sticks, and probably some rubbing alcohol. And it's real good. I'm gonna drink some more.
Okay, breathe, girl. There you go. We got another
It's so good.
We got another question for you.
Oh yeah, go for it. Shoot.
So you have to fill in the blank to this question.
Okay.
Nicki Minaj's butt is so big, it has its own...
Nicki Minaj's butt is so big, it has its own belly button, cause I love belly buttons. I have a belly button. I'm gonna show this to the judges, and I'm gonna win. Belly button. Look, it talks. Belly button, belly button. More go-go juice.
And what does your belly button have to say about Adore Delano on your shirt?
Ooh, I love Adele Delano. She is my favorite drag queen because she loves pizza, and I love pizza too. I like pizza with pepperoni. I like pizza with bacon. I like pizza with ham, but no pineapple because pineapple is gross. I love doing pageants. Sorry, I had to burp, but burps are good. Mama says burps are like farts of the mouth. And everybody loves fart. Everybody got fart. I mean, sometimes you just got gas. Like, my bad, whatever. Perfect. Charles, what in the world are you doing here?
Sissy, I came back here to take you home to Virginia Beach, where you belong.
Belong? I don't belong to anybody. Do you know who I am? I am Sissy, bitch. Ugh. Men love me, women love me, everybody loves me.
Well, if you can't love yourself, how in the hell are you gonna love anyone else? What am I gonna do with you? Well, I see now that this trip was in vain. Kristie Champagne is dead. Sissy has killed her. Goodbye. Forever.
Charles! Why? Sissy! No. I'm Sissy. Get it together, Sissy. No, Kristie is dead. Oh God, I can't. I wanna. Oh God. Sissy! Why? Sissy! No. I'm Sissy. I can't take it. Get it off of me. Sissy. Why?
Ego loves identity. Drag mocks identity. Ego hates drag.
Step to the beat, go freaking. Shake a leg. who used to have the upper hand. It ain't like that no more, honey. It's got real tough up in here. You got your trisexual, you got your bisexual, you got your intersexual. Girl, you have to step your pussy up. Your trisexual, you got your intersexual, you got intellectual sexual. Girl, you gonna have to step your pussy up. Hand